Ever wonder what a power washer does in the winter? Well, bundle up and join me for the day as I tackle some chilly challenges. We'll start by battling organic growth on boats. It's not as easy as it looks when the temperatures drop. Then, we'll head downtown to take on stubborn marker tags defacing granite. Winter power washing comes with its own set of headaches, but I'll show you how we overcome them. So, grab a hot coffee and see how we get things clean, even in the cold. Now, the first step in the wintertime is always fill the tank because it's got to be empty, unless you want a giant ice cube. Then I got to load up all of my hoses, and then I got to pack up any chems we're going to be using. Now, the game plan for today is we're going to a marina and we're going to be cleaning a few of the boats. We're going to be cleaning a number of boats that they have, probably doing hot, cold, and maybe some chem washes. And then I also got an email from a customer with some graffiti. So I'm going to be double shifting. I got to go downtown Toronto tonight and remove some marker graffiti tags. And sometimes my customer includes pictures of the tagger. So if anybody knows this guy, let me know. So let's finish packing up and go clean some boats. I got to grab my list of boats. The one marina I have, I do about maybe 60 to 70 boats for them. I've got enough pressure hose, I've got enough gas, enough diesel, I've got my chems in the back, I've got my brushes to do my acid washes, we've got the short gun, we've got the long gun up there, we got the wet gear. I think we're all ready to go. Last step for me is to always do a circle check. So I've got a 19-point circle check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And basically I go around the trailer and I just double check everything is closed, locked, and working. And one last time to consider if you've forgotten anything, because if it's going to be a long drive, you certainly don't want to forget something you won't be able to use. But do the circle check, including making sure you got the key. Told my mom I'd make a quick stop at her house to check on her cat. And then we headed to the marina and we got started on the list of boats. And here we are working away, but you know what, before we get into that, I just want to show you a couple things. Okay, we're on site now. I'll show you how we get started. Above my water tank is my antifreeze tank. I've got antifreeze through my whole system here. So basically, as we start up, we're gonna collect all the antifreeze into the bucket. And then once we see water coming out, we're good to go. And I'm gonna dump that antifreeze back into the tank. Check, water line's open, good to go, ready. Here you can see me adjusting my second unloader, which lets me set the pressure exactly. We're at 1500 PSI here, which I find is a good balance with the rotary tip to knock off the organic growth without damaging anything. So some of the problems you run into with winter work, your goggles fog up nicely. There's no water, so you always got to keep an eye on your water tank levels. I have pulled it from the lake before, but if you don't have to do that, it's just a bit easier. In the winter, any chems you're using, they still work. They just take twice as long, or you need twice as strong of a concentration. Instead of waiting what should be 1 or 2 minutes, give it 10, 15 minutes. Really depends on how cold it is outside. Your hands often get cold. I have gloves, but I'll show you another trick I can do. I just turn on the heat. So if you're using warm water, your hands stay warm and your hoses melt through everything. Rubber boots and ice are not friends. But it can be a lot of fun though. Pulling a heavy water tank in the snow and ice is not fun. I may have got stuck here last year. And those are some of the headaches. I'm not really complaining though, because guess what? I'm working and it's wintertime. So I'm making money today that I might not be otherwise. That's pretty much all I can think of right now. If you ever have any questions about it, just hit me up. All right, let's get to cleaning some boats. And then when we're done, I just have to reverse the process and run antifreeze back through my whole system again. So we basically just open the antifreeze valve and collect it in the bucket to make sure that it has run through the whole system. And then we're good to go. Okay, so we're back home now. So everything's got to come out. Got to take all the chems out. Anything with water, so all the hoses and everything have to come out, except for my ones here. These have got antifreeze in them. Keep the guns up there. They don't freeze, or they're usually drain enough. And that's it for now. I'm going to grab the kids from school, and then I'll see you tonight for a small graffiti job. Hey, buddy, did you miss me? Hey? Did you miss me? Okay, we're back again. It's about 8:30 at night. I'm just going to start to get packed up, but check this out. It's wildly foggy tonight, so it'll be an interesting drive down there. But let's pack up all the chems and everything we're gonna need for taking off the graffiti. Okay, I want you tonight. And I want you as well. Okay. So we've got potassium hydroxide in a gel. We've got a solvent. And there's one other product I might try. Got gloves to protect ourselves. I think we're gonna use you as well. You're gonna need a new container soon, I think. So you're self-destructing. Okay, and then we need some rags. Here we go. I think I'm also gonna bring a sprayer just in case. Stay. Okay, we got some snacks. And we got a coffee, just in case. We're just about ready to go. So I just looked over the pictures that the customer sent me again. The scope's not very big, but a job like this, when I'm driving an hour and a half to get there, it's all about contingencies. So plan A, plan B, plan C. Super foggy, it's an annoyingly stressful drive because there's points where I can barely see 30, 40 feet in front of me. I just passed a guy trying to hitchhike in this, and dude is gonna get himself killed. Standing on the side of the road trying to hitchhike and nobody can see anything. It's a recipe for disaster. Little traffic jam here. I wonder what is this thing they're taking down? Plexiglass covered or something? Okay, I'm downtown Toronto now. Let's get to work. Here's the first tag. You can tell they've already tried to remove it. Their solvent's not very effective on it, but show you what I'm gonna do here. So this surface, I believe it's salt and pepper granite, is very porous and a pain in the butt for markers tags. It goes and penetrates so deeply in the surface, so I'm trying a new method here where I'm using it's potassium hydroxide in a gel, but essentially I'm using it as a poultice. So I apply it on the surface and then I'm just gonna leave it for a week and see how it looks. Okay, here's the other tag on the ground here. And this other tag on the sidewalk here is much easier to remove. I tell customers 80%, right? So I want to get 80% of the tag up with the goal that you'll be able to walk past without really recognizing that there was something there before. The last bit usually weathers out of the surface of the material over time, over a few weeks or a few months. But there is a problem here. This is a very visible spot on my customer's property and they want it gone as soon as possible. So I've begun experimenting, trying to find a way to remove this. It's been a journey so far and it's continuing. My latest is that I found a new solvent I want to try, and I've also emailed a company that manufactures permanent markers to learn a bit more about how they're made. But we'll wrap up this for today and I'll have to update you later on. I think they were installing one of these things, whatever that is, across the overpass there. That's pretty much it. Back home now, safe and sound. I just got to take all the chems and everything out of the trailer, or out of the truck. So I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse of what it's like to work a day in the winter. It's not typical I double shift, but every now and then it does happen. If you like this kind of thing, follow along for some more. Have a great day.